bought it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am officially going to mute the music, so there is no other distractions. I am officially going to say hi, and I want everyone to give a big warm welcome to our special guest of the evening, the one and only man of the hour, TimTheTatMan. Welcome, brother.
Man, that was an intro right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, man.
Feel like Obama.
Only thing I didn't have for you was the presidential background music.
I can't remember the presidential music. Is that bad? Does that make me not American? Siru, that shirt looks awesome, by the way. Is that
I know. You like it? Dude, it's I know you commented on that birthday video thing. It's from the Chive, actually. I don't know if you've ever heard of that website.
Isn't that Chive on that whole
thing? I mean, I just love the shirts, man. I don't know if you ever see me in any of their shirts, but I wear a lot of their shit.
I used to go to it, but my mom saw me looking at it.
I
got all these chicks were out, and so I got in trouble, so I didn't look at it anymore.
Yeah, you were probably on there for Mind the Gap Mondays or something. She's like, "What the hell are you looking at?"
It was so I was so pissed, dude. I was so caught off guard. I'm like, yo, I didn't know. Like, I'm just looking. Whatever. So
yeah, I don't really go there for the pics and stuff. I like their clothing. It's super thin and comfortable, and since I'm out in Phoenix where it's hot as balls, I just enjoy it. Plus, they're fun shirts too. You know?
Yeah, that shirt looks awesome. I gotta get that.
Sure. Thanks, brother.
I like your shirt, Morph, too.
Yeah.
Can't ignore that.
Can't ignore that. Represent at all times. But yeah, I have a question for you actually. What is how's everything looking? I'm assuming you're not gonna assume. I'm all but gonna guarantee that you're probably going to TwitchCon like the rest of us. How's that going? I know that you're gonna be up there and representing hardcore, and we're all gonna be up there wanting you to sign our mouth.
It's so weird for me to sign stuff, like, to this day, like, even after people, you know, like, after doing it a little bit, like, the first time it happened, it's still weird for me that people want my autograph. But yeah, TwitchCon, I'm super pumped, man. I'm like, I don't know, like, PAX is awesome. PAX is a blast, but to have something solely based on Twitch is really cool, in my opinion. You know, it's like, I don't know. I feel like everyone that knows Twitch is going to be there, or at least try to be there.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that I remember it as well. Because I think I'm going to be like level 10 wasty cakes the whole time, because I'm going to be hanging out with so many people that I wanted to meet for so long. And, you know, we got people coming over from, like, Australia, like Minx is going, and my friend Bonnie's going. So I'm going to be seeing people that I would never fucking meet ever. Like, I'm not going to Australia. There's no way in hell I'm taking a 17-hour plane ride somewhere.
Have you seen those bugs out there? The animals are ridiculous. I'm not going there.
Those freaking spiders will eat your tits off, man. They don't mess around out there.
Nope, not going.
Nope.
No way. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be cool. A ton of people are going. That's my understanding.
I'm just glad. The biggest thing about TwitchCon, I'm glad that there's not going to be any. Like, I've been to Comic-Con. A lot of people have been to PAX. Things like that. There's not going to be no outside. What's the word I'm looking for? Outside influence influence, yes. In the fact that it's going to be a convention about Twitch. There's going to be streamers there. There's going to be viewers there. There's not going to be, let me wait in line for 3 hours to play the next fucking Battlefield. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be, let's go there for a purpose. Let's celebrate Twitch. That's the purpose, and that's why I'm glad they finally decided to get this up and running.
I still really hope there's going to be a taco bar. That was my one recommendation. They were like, Tim, what would you want to see at TwitchCon? I'm like, I would really enjoy a taco bar. So if there's just a random taco bar, that's my doing.
That'd be all right, I guess.
That's this big head right there.
What do you guys think about, like, I think this is corny as fuck, to be honest, but this is just me, and I'm kind of old balls, so what do you guys think about the whole, there's going to be streamers there, and I don't know, they might even ask you, Tim, are you doing any kind of, like, Q&A while you're there and doing signings and stuff? I saw they're like, come see so-and-so and get a signing and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, yeah, so kind of like PAX, I'm pretty sure there's a signing. That's, I don't know, personally for me, I mean, you guys know me, I generally try to lay low.
Right.
I don't really like attention drawn to me. If they ask me to do something on the main stage, I will.
Right.
I basically told them that. I was like, if you guys want me to do something, I will. I'm not going to be like, hey, can I go up to the stage and do this? And, you know, the Twitch signing I'll probably do, just because I still, even to this, I don't like the term signing or meetup. I still don't like it. I wish there was a different word for it. And like people are like even when I'm thinking about going to Chicago in July, people are like, Timmy, to do a meetup, and I'm like, I don't feel important enough to say, let's meet me, come meet me. You know, it's just weird for me. So, but yeah, I'll still probably do the signing, and the signing is cool because everyone knows I'll be there. And like, there's some people at PAX that didn't see me, and I got tweets like, "Yo, where are you?" And I felt bad because I couldn't meet everyone. And the signing kind of gives it that spot where everyone can be like, "Okay, 3:00 today, Tim's going to be here." Blah blah blah.
There you go. Yeah.
Right, because not everybody. Like everybody tweets out and say, "Oh, I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there," and there's that group of people that will be like, "Hey, Tim, what's up?" And then there's the people who will run into you randomly. And then there's the other million people who want to meet him. So they're like, okay, at least now we have that alternate third option. What if I don't run into TimTheTatMan? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then we have that other option to at least say, okay, now I get to meet one of my heroes. You know what I'm saying? So it gives... I'm just glad that everyone is able to get in one collective area and celebrate the fact and able to make face-to-face contact with some of their favorite broadcasters, you know?
Sure. Yeah, it is cool. It's very cool to talk and meet people and hear stories and, you know, how they saw the stream, and it is neat. But you're right. When you get a point of like place where you know someone will be, it's a lot. For example, so I did the signing, but then also I streamed from the floor. And when I was streaming from the floor, that honestly practically like turned into a second signing almost, because like everyone knew where I was. And as soon as I got done, I kind of stepped off, and there were just tons, and there were just people that just wanted to talk and have. And I stood there after I streamed for like probably a good hour, I would say, trying to like talk to everyone. And sometimes it gets chaotic, man. I feel bad because like someone will recognize me, like, oh, Tim, and I'll be talking to like we'll say person A, and then person B will be like, oh, it's Tim, and then person B will be standing there waiting, and then person C will see person B standing, and it just turns into this like. Bit like this big like chain like got like if I remember one time I was trying to go to the bathroom, and like it just turned into this whole thing where it's like someone saw someone, and I was like, bros, listen, I will be more than happy to talk. I gotta go to the bathroom. Like,
let me take a leak.
So I like ran to the bathroom and came
I am human.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it's cool though. But you're definitely right. If you kind of give it that, like when I was streaming from the floor, everyone knew where I was. So anyone that missed that Twitch signing also got an opportunity to come over there and chat too, so that was kind of cool.
So most importantly, did you end up getting those after party tickets? Because that's where we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I think I'd be all right, even if I didn't. You know, I think I can figure something out. Worst case, I have a couple of very good friends, obviously, through
I think you'll be fine, bro.
I'm pretty sure you could just literally walk in and
I don't know if I
could
walk in. I would never. I don't know if I could do that, but I have friends that I'm sure could help. You know, worst case scenario.
So what you're saying is you don't have after party tickets, or you don't have tickets at all?
As of this very moment, I believe I do.
All right. Well, I'm going to say this now. In the event that you don't, I actually bought extra tickets as a backup.
That's good. That's a good call.
I have extra tickets just in case that a friend of mine wants to go, or somebody decides they need them and they're like, "Oh fuck, I missed out." If you tell me you're not able to get which is not going to be an issue for you, but in the event that you need fucking extra tickets, I have extra tickets. Just let me know. I'll fucking give them to you.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because when Hannah and I went one of the first times, for some reason they didn't have her ticket. I was like, and it was at PAX, and like, so PAX people don't like know anything about Twitch,
right?
So I was like, yo, like I need this. Like, we're sorry, we can't. I was like, frick. But what I ended up doing was I went over to the Twitch booth and DZ Live, you know him? DZ Live on Twitch.
Yeah,
know him or no?
I've heard of
him.
DZ. Yeah.
He came over and he was like, yeah, I got an extra 3-day pass. I'm like, oh my god, because Hannah, like, it was the first day and Hannah didn't have a pass. I was like, frick, dude. So it's always good to have friends with extra things. It's never a bad thing, I found out.
So go ahead.
How are the Indians looking right now?
Oh, they're awful, dude. I've given up all hopes and dreams on the Indians.
I mean, props to you. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not from Ohio, are you?
No, I'm from Syracuse.
Yeah, okay, I thought that's where you were originally from, was New York, but
I've been to a lot of different spots.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Cardinals fan. I grew up in Illinois, so instead of going with the shitty ass Cubs, my 7-year-old self went to the right team. Thank God. And yeah, I was just curious, like those Midwest teams, man. At least you're not a Yankees fan like Morphe here.
I can't, man.
I'm sorry, man.
That's just
I'm from New York, dude. It is
that's
what
just odd that you're mainly based out of New York, but you went like what drew you to the Indians? That's really
it's funny. It's well, there's two people in New York. You have the people that love and support the New York teams, and you have the people that are like, I hate them. And so
Right.
I'm one of the people that are kind of, I don't hate them, but the Yankees are like everyone's, I don't know, just the Yankees, like they have to be in the playoffs. I don't know. So like for me, my dad was an Indians fan, and I remember when I was younger, like the way my dad like watched me. It's funny because you know how you can like vividly remember certain things about your childhood. Like there's a couple
Right.
like blips. A couple of the blips I have is sitting in my crib or like my pen or whatever they put me. I don't know what the heck they put me in, my like cage, and I'm just like sitting there, and my dad would be watching the TV, and it would be like the Indians or the Cowboys, and those are the two main ones that my dad. And it's funny, I'm a Cowboys and Indians fan. He got Cowboys and Indians. So that's
There you go.
But so that's kind of how I chose the Indians and Cowboys. And I'm a Blackhawks fan to an extent, and people like get on me for this. Like I am not a huge hockey guy. I've said this so many. I'm not a huge hockey guy. But when I was in Chicago, the only pro team I've ever seen was the Blackhawks. I was like, sure, I'll cheer for them. And people are like, you're a bandwagoner. I'm like, whatever. Dude. Like I lived there for 5 years, man. So
that
yeah.
was one sport I could never get into either. Is hockey. Hockey and soccer, man. I just can't wrap my brain around those sports. I'm baseball number one, football number two for myself. What about you, Morph?
My number one sport is football. Sorry, Tim, we're rivals, but I'm a Giants fan. I never said my team is great, but I gotta be blue. I gotta bleed blue. You know what I'm saying? Just like you gotta bleed your teams. You know what I'm saying? I like hockey. I like baseball, but my heart is in football.
It's funny, like my closest friends in real life, Paul and Chris. Chris is a Giants fan. Paul's an Eagles fan. And I'm a Cowboys fan. So we're like the three NFCs, like rivals. The only thing we don't have is a Redskins fan.
Yep.
And it's actually funny because I used to play baseball all the time, and that was my main sport in high school. Like I don't like watching baseball on TV. When I'm at the field, I love it. Like when I'm actually at the game, I really enjoy it. But like watching on TV, I can't get into it as much as I used to. I think football is the main one I enjoy watching, I would say.
Yeah.
I've been to football games. I've been to baseball games. I came to the younger. It's different when you're younger, but as an adult, I personally will say I would rather watch a football game on TV, but I would rather watch a baseball game at the stadium.
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Because the baseball environment is different. It's a lot of walking around drinking beers, and the same thing with being at a football game. But with a football game, it seems like a football game being there is a lot more inconvenient. I don't understand why I'm saying it, but it just feels more inconvenient because my football team is literally an hour and a half away from me. So I have to travel to get there. So and with football, you want to see their faces more, I guess, and you'd rather watch it on TV with football. That's just me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean the atmospheres are completely different. I mean, I think that baseball is more laid back, and football's more play after play after play after play after play. Baseball's more like, pitch. Guy strikes out, walks a bat. It's more relaxed. Everyone's just kind of leaned back. I don't know. I feel like in football, you're on the edge of your seat. Baseball, you're kind of unless things get intense. Obviously, which they have a possibility of doing.
Well, football's a little bit more nuts to butts too, because it's just the whole football culture. If you go to a football game, which I go every year when the Rams come out here, my buddy's got pretty much row 6 in the end zone. He's a Arizona Cardinals season ticket holder, so I always go when the Rams come. And that culture is just everybody's wasted off their tits like at a football game. Now you got some people drunk at a baseball game, but not only is the game like high intensity, but the crowd and the people around you can be pretty high intensity because everybody's like level 30 wasty case because they've been tailgating and doing shots of fireball for 3 hours. So.
Right. It's funny you mentioned the Cubs too, because when I was in Chicago, I went to a lot of Cubs games. I didn't like the White Sox. Like when I was in Chicago, I went to a lot of the Cubs games because it just Wrigley Field's like beautiful. The whole atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of Wrigley Field.
Really, it's such a party atmosphere. I went there one time to see Cards versus Cubs in like 2003, and I sat along the third baseline, literally lower deck third baseline. There's like a pole right there. I don't know how many times you've been there, but you know what I mean. I think there's actually like a pole right there.
Yep.
And I sat right by there, and the pisser was right behind me. It smelled like piss. And I was like, this place sucks. All I can smell is like Cub fan urine.
That's because you're wearing your Cardinals stuff. That's probably why you had such a bad time.
Listen, I can't help it that wearing a winning team jersey makes people pee their pants. I can't help it. It's fine.
And you got to think about sheer numbers as well. Let's look at any given baseball stadium. Max capacity, 30, 40,000. Football, you're looking 80 to 100,000 people. So that it definitely makes for a completely different experience.
Yeah. Yep.
Baseball is completely silent until somebody hits a home run and then fucking the place erupts. Football is just a constant fucking mind fuck the entire time where it's just loud all the time.
Yeah. I love college basketball though, honestly. I'm being from Syracuse. We're usually competing. I mean, ever since everything happened, obviously it's been a little rough, but college basketball is one of the main things I would watch, like as far as like getting into the game, just being from Syracuse and stuff, just kind of we kind of bleed orange over here,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't contribute at all to that because I don't follow any college teams at all. So I don't know anything about anything when it comes to college.
What's one thing I did want to ask you, Tim, is I know that you recently purchased a Jeep. Okay, and I know there's people that give you shit about it, and there's people that adore the fact,
There's people that give me crap, and there's people that understand. Yeah, get it.
How was the Jeep life and moving up from the Cavalier into the Jeep? How has it changed your life?
It's sick, man. I love it. It's every time I get in the car, it's like, wow, I have a Jeep. I don't know. It's still at that point for me. I don't know.
Well, that old car you had was a mad beater, dude. I didn't even realize that was a Cavalier.
That thing. I'll never forget the time I was driving, and my muffler fell off while I was driving, and I pulled over, and I had a chain in the back of my car, and I went underneath my car and chained my muffler to my chassis, and I left it until I was done with it. I never got it fixed. I had this chain in my back. That car it was good. I paid almost $2,000 for it, I think, and it got about 3 years out of it. So I mean, not too bad, honestly, as far as beaters go. But my Jeep, it's a dream, man. Love that thing. I'm holding back because I want to mod it a lot. I want to do a lot of stuff to it, but I'm just kind of easing
put them tires on it.
Tires, rims.
Oh yeah.
I want a system in there. It's so much, dude. So much. But yeah, the Jeep life's good. Getting to wave at all the Wranglers that I see is cool. I tried doing that in my Cavalier. No one caught on. I would wave at people as I was in my Cavalier. If I saw another Cavalier, no one else waved back. Everyone was angry because they were in a Cavalier probably. But yeah, Jeep life's good, man. I still haven't popped all the stuff off yet. I haven't drove with everything off yet because the weather's been bad. Honestly, I haven't had it for the summertime yet, so I'm excited to take off the top and take off the doors and stuff and drive it like that.
On that, what is the weather like? Because I know that I don't generally talk about where I'm generally located, but our summers get hot as balls, 90s, 100s. And I know that being from Syracuse, you probably don't have many oceanic views where you're at. So what is your summers like there in Syracuse? You know what I'm saying? Does it get freaking super hot, or is it kind of mild?
I want to move solely because of Syracuse weather. Syracuse weather is 20 degrees right now. It's almost it's insane. It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. But I don't know. I'm glad I grew up in Syracuse because I know how to drive in snow and stuff like that. I've seen people an inch of snow on the ground. They're pulled off the road. What the frick? I've driven through some blizzards, with feet on the ground. So it's good. I'm glad I got that experience. But the summers are here's the thing I like. Syracuse has a lot of events. The New York State's fair's here. In all of New York State, the fair is here, which is kind of cool. So as opposed to having to drive from Rochester or Albany or something like that, I can just take a 10-minute drive over there. So that's pretty cool. But it gets hot. It gets it's been 100 degrees at some point in time, but The cool thing is that every summer I usually go up to the Adirondacks, and I'm sure Morph understands. I don't know if you do. See,
Yes.
but I usually go up to near the Old Forge area and spend like a week up there or so, and it's that's awesome. Like that is my favorite part of the summer, hands down. Just being able to go up there and like the Old Forge. If you hit the weather at the right time, it's awesome, dude. I love Old Forge, so that's my favorite part of the summer, hands down.
It doesn't sound like it gets too hot. I got to deal with 115, sometimes 120 degrees here.
Listen,
So.
man, you laid that bed. You could sleep in that. All right, I got to deal with negative 20-degree weather. All right, there's the alternative.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's funny. We actually had snow here on New Year's Eve.
For real?
Mesa. Actually, it was New Year's Eve. I remember because I streamed that day. I went and got booze before stream, and it was like 42 degrees at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is almost unheard of.
Do you even own a jacket? You have like a snowsuit or a snow jacket?
No, dude. I got like a light coat, and I don't even wear that. It's usually just hoodie, you know.
Worst case scenario is a hoodie. The life.
Yeah, it really is. But it was actually pretty chilly, and it ended up snowing like right around midnight, and people were flipping their shit like snow. Oh my god! But yeah, man, it's just it's pretty mild weather. We get Phoenix. They call it the Valley of the Sun for a reason. It's 300 plus days a year of sunshine. No joke. So it's pretty nice here, but it gets pretty bloody hot too.
Oh yeah, I would go there, but it's too hot, man.
It's really not that bad. You get yourself a beer and you're in the pool. It's like nah. It's all good.
I want like 80s to 90s year round. I need to find that spot, wherever that is.
Yeah, 80s to 90s without humidity is amazing. But good luck trying to find that. That's like San Diego. You know, it's almost like West Coast life.
I'm looking like Virginia. I mean, Virginia gets kind of cold, but like for the most part, Virginia's pretty nice. North Carolina, South Carolina, those are pretty decent. I mean, my parents are pretty far, and my parents are pretty close to Indiana and Ohio, and honestly, it was pretty hot over there a majority of the year. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I also, I'm sticking around because I got my grandma here, and my family's pretty much gone, so I got to chill, got to make sure someone's here.
Yes, Booney Saint. Yes, Booney Saint. Your ears are not deceiving you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, thank you all for being here. I take 30 seconds to respond to the chat. They're wondering like what the hell is going on. We are doing BTSE every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Till whenever the hell we're done. We sit back, we have a few beers. There's no organization here. We just have chats. Tonight's special guest for an undetermined amount of time is our friend TimTheTatMan. He just came in to chill, say what's up for a little bit. We want to thank him for that. We're just literally talking about whatever he wants to talk about.
Brewer, are you drinking water right now? Are you drinking water right now?
Who, me?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You have a rough night or something?
Well, I mean, in all seriousness, like I don't know if you know this, Tim, but I'm type 1 diabetic, and I just had a rough past 24 hours, so I'm just kind of chilling. Yeah.
Got you, man. I didn't realize you were diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Yeah,
man.
I found out about that when I was 24. Jay Cutler, same thing.
Jay Cutler has diabetes?
It's like randomly.
Yeah, Jay Cutler found out he was diabetic at age 24 as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I just felt like shit for a really long time, like that whole year. Actually, in January, let's see. Well, has it been 10 years now? Yeah, it was December of 2004. Yeah. So January of 2004, I got really sick, like twice, like bad sick. And then I just literally felt like shit, like everything was off with me for that whole year. And by the time December rolled around, enough was enough. And I went in and they're like, yo, you got to go I actually went to like a local urgent care and they're like, you got to go to the hospital right now. I had like a blood sugar of 400 and I hadn't ate or drank anything at all that day. So 400. And it should have been around a 90 to 120 for not eating anything yet that day. So yeah, went to the emergency room and I didn't have to wait at all. They got me right in. And yeah, so yeah, I've suffered from complications and stuff. We won't get into that, but yeah, it's been crazy rough ride, that's for sure. So
how old are you right now?
I'm 34. I'll be 35 in July.
What about you, Morph? I forget.
I just turned 33. And thank you, by the way, for
the young buck here.
We're not young. You're the young one.
I know. I'm the young buck. 25. Feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's what I was getting on you about. Man, I'm gonna be 25. I'm so old. And I was like, shut up, dude.
I still do feel old, man. It sucks. I was 15 years old a decade ago. That is saying something.
Thank you, Ginger.
Yeah, a decade ago you were 15, and 2 decades ago I was 15. So how about them apples? Old balls.
Dude. Morph, you gonna keep the beard for TwitchCon or no?
Hell yeah! I just told my brother to kiss my ass today because he asked me to be in his wedding, and I explained to him in so many words. I was like, "Listen, man, I don't want to cause trouble. You know, I know you asked me to be in your wedding, but before I go rent this tux, I want you to understand that." I explained to him what Twitch was because he doesn't have any idea. He's just a construction worker, right? So I said, "Listen, man, I have this thing. Okay, I have this beard." And he didn't understand where I was going with it, but I explained to him, like, listen, cities will burn if I were to shave this thing, let alone trim the fucking thing. I can't shave it for the wedding. I have to double it in size. And he's like, well, how long is your beard? What are we talking? I'm like, well, I'm getting close to Santa Claus levels minus the white. You know, I have to. I'm sorry, I can't shave my beard for your wedding. You know, if you want to keep me out of your pictures, fine. I get it, but I'm not doing it. I just can't. I want this thing to be. It's become a staple. The first few inches get annoying. Shut up, Seabro. I know you're gonna make some sexual comment there. But yeah, no. I'm definitely. My intention is to let it go. People. It's amazing how people respond to beards. I don't know.
People love beards, man. Women love beards. That's what I hear.
Hey, well, I don't have to worry about that. I've been married over 10 years now.
10 years? You've been married for 10 years?
Yeah, brother.
That's nuts, dude.
Okay, we'll segue using this topic. We'll segue. Thanks for the host, Drew. We'll segue. I want to know. I know that. How long have you and Mrs. Hannah been together? A little while now. You know. You guys are
about a half, I think.
That's awesome. Because here, I just want to take literally 10 seconds to address one thing and then segue into another thing.
Okay.
Tim, we've spoken in Twitch messages. We've spoken in Twitter DMs. We've spoken on many mediums. And I've never actually had a chance to speak to you in a sense like this, where I can thank you, because I tell people, in a sense, I understand that I'm literally 9 years your senior, but as far as broadcasting goes, okay, I want to thank you, because I would not be doing this. All I want to do, I can't figure out words. I'm not placing you on a pedestal, bro. Like, but I do want to thank you for the fact that I don't try to emulate you, but I do try to put forth some of your values in the whole hard work thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank you for that, and everything, all the help you've given me and the support you've given me, even behind the scenes, not only publicly, but also behind the scenes in some of the off-topic discussions we've had, nothing related to streaming. So I want to thank you for that.
Sure. It's my pleasure. But that's why I wanted to start. I don't know. It's really cool to hear stuff like that. It's extremely humbling. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for real, dude. Like, and I completely lost my train of thought.
I do that a lot. I do that literally probably 5 times every 10 minutes on stream. So here I'll literally ask my chat something, and then they'll be spamming the answer, and I'll be like, "Why are you guys spamming taco? Like what?
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?" Okay, yeah. So I was gonna segue into. So you and Hannah have been together for a while. I literally, this is not a creeper moment. I just know the day that I first saw your stream. Okay, I came on Twitch wanting to check out Destiny when the alpha released on PS4. So I came on Twitch and I clicked on the word Destiny, typed it in the search box. First name I saw was yours. You had about 1,800 people in your chat at the time. Things are crazy now. Obviously, you have many, many times that. But you had about, so you were up there on the top of the list. So I clicked on your name. You were Tim doing your thing, and I'm like, holy shit, this is great. I said to you, Tim, you sound like Dane Cook. And you were like, really? You think so? You know, and it was just one of those. It was. I know you get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But that was 9 months ago, and things have changed so much since then. So,
Yeah.
and you were with Hannah, and Hannah was there, and you were doing the Destiny Alpha on PS4. You know, and
I remember that.
since then, so much has gone on with you guys over this course of time. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, how's everything going with you and Hannah, and do we smell wedding vows in the future? Maybe potentially.
God.
Do you think she's the one?
The one.
God,
I
I wish we could see Tim's face right now
This
because
is
I
a
know
loaded.
he's fucking
This is a
cringing his tits off right
loaded
now.
question. We're good. We're good. Wedding, I am still pumping the brakes. Like I don't know, man. I don't know what I like. Hannah's a great girl. I will never. I don't think I'll ever be able to say anything negative. Like even hypothetically, like Hannah and I break up. There's no way I could say anything negative about her. She's a great girl, extremely supportive girlfriend. I am a terrible, and I say this a lot, and I don't think people really understand that I am an awful boyfriend. I am so bad, and so like we are good. There are things I am trying to work on. There's things she's trying to work on. Obviously, the distance makes it kind of, but you know we're getting through it. So that's
Long
kind of
distance is a bitch. It really is.
It sucks. I hate it.
Relationships are hard enough as it is, but long distance is a bitch. And I know this because being in Phoenix, I dated abroad for a couple of years from St. Louis, so
Yeah,
I've dealt with that before.
sucks.
But-
So
And
Yeah,
yeah,
what Hannah did for for your birthday, like,
Oh my
touched my
God.
heart so much. She
yeah,
is a
extremely
good
right.
woman.
That's what I'm saying. Like that right there shows her true colors. I would say very heartwarming, and I'm just this heartless piece of shit. That's what I am. Like I am so. It's hard because you know she's extremely caring, very emotional, very loving, very caring, and I am very hard-headed, unsympathetic. I'm a terrible boyfriend. I'm a terrible dude. Like I don't know. But that's from my past experiences. You know, that's how I've been brought up. I mean, you guys all know. I'm assuming, like, just you know, losing my mom at 15. That changed me right then and there. That hardened me up, and I couldn't. There was no more. Oh, my clothes aren't dry today. That's upsetting. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, I don't know. So that's just kind of, you know, I got, you know, my past experiences kind of toughened me up, and obviously working with those kids at that at-risk house, like,
Yeah.
I can't show weakness there. I can't.
Yep.
So it's tough, man. So that's the hard part. But we're doing all right. We're hanging in.
good.
Well, here's the thing is, like, because I've gone through a lot of things in life, too, and it changes you. And here's the thing is you just got to make sure to not let the sins of the past affect your future or pushing those sins of the past on people that you care about is what
Right.
at my old ripe age, I'm finally just now figuring this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I would not have figured this out at age 24 at all.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah,
And
true.
you just got to realize if there's people that you truly care about in your life, you just got to try to figure it out, man. And
Yeah.
it's tough. It's freaking tough. But that's just my little old man word of advice for you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so we're doing all right. That's to sum it all up. We're doing okay.
Good.
It's good.
to sum
good.
everything up, we're doing good. Wedding, no thank you. That's where I'm at. Just because
Dude,
I'm
you're
not
young. You're
I'm not
young.
prepared. I'm not prepared for marriage yet. I'm not,
Right.
I am in no mental state for marriage right now.
And you recently made the trip out to meet the parents. You know.
Yeah.
Was that your
was good.
Was that your first time meeting Hannah's parents?
Yeah, but it wasn't weird because like they watch me. So They know me.
Oh, they watch your
Really?
stream.
Nice.
Yeah, so like her ma and her dad watched the stream, and so they knew me. So going into it was kind of easy. They're awesome. They're both very loving parents and very chill, very relaxed, and yeah, they're great. They're a great family in general. I think so.
That's good.
Yeah,
That always helps.
It's good. And she met my parents, which I rarely do. I was dating this chick for like a year and a half in high school. Did not introduce her to my parents the entire time. And then finally, like after almost 2 years, she was like, I need to meet your parents. I'm like, whatever.
Okay.
And so I finally, dude, I'll never forget. I was like, okay, we're stacking wood today. Come over and help me stack wood. You can meet my dad. That was
Right.
literally how I had her meet.
That's
But yeah, so I had Hannah. My parents like her. My dad, my stepmom like her a lot. So
I'm not gonna rickroll Tim, man, a monster. Jeez, I know you're in Tim's chat every day. I'm not gonna rickroll him.
I get rickrolled enough.
Yes,
Thank you, though, man.
you do.
I appreciate that. I feel like I didn't realize Rick Astley actually had a second song.
Are you
Does he really?
The new Rick roll is to Rick roll Rick Astley's second song. That's the new Rick roll at this point.
Nice.
Because it starts out the same way, and you think it's the same song. You're like, wait a minute, this is different.
All right, guys, give me about 60 seconds. I'm gonna go refill my brew, and Sea-Brew, you're in charge for about 60 seconds. You got this, brother. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
You might get banned.
It might get banned. I'm gonna get banned from Twitch because of Sea-Brew. Yeah, I'll be back in like 60 seconds, guys. He's gonna fill my cup.
Yeah, you missed it last week, man. I got a little nuts to butts in here, Tim.
What'd you do?
Well, we all were drinking, and it ended up going much longer because it was the first time Morph's just like, hey, you want to just come in and talk and hang out, drink some beers? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So we start drinking some beers, and I don't know, we're in here a while, and then Jinxie and Todd jump into the Skype call, and yeah, it got crazy.
And Bruce is like, hey.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I get like, slurry, but I'm a natural perv. Anybody that knows me, just when I'm sober, I'm pervy. So I just can't help it. There she is right there. The first one did not happen. Whatever, Jinxie.
So were you just like flat out asking Jinxie for nudes that was happening in that moment? Or is it like, was it?
It might have happened. I don't know. I remember telling her that like she was sitting down, and I remember telling her that like she was sitting in front of her couch and was like, yo, there's a pillow that needs fixed. You should probably turn around and fix that. I remember that part.
Yeah, we do. We all do that. Like, hey,
we all do that.
Morph, your Batman fell over. Take a look.
Yeah, exactly.
Check it, Morph.
My Batman did not fall over.
Fell over, dude.
I know. I'm serious about it. Yeah, it was a little nuts to butts, but it's fine. Morph's still online, so it's all good.
Yeah, he didn't get banned. He's all right.
Nah, he might have had to turn Skype off a couple times, but it's fine.
That'd be good to see all your dudes at TwitchCon.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun, man. Like I said,
Black
I'm
Whiplash,
gonna
thank you for the
see so many
donation. You
people.
don't need to do that, but apparently, Tim, do you know who Black Whiplash is?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well, he wants your seed. Just saying.
What?
Yes, he just donated when he could have just said it in the chat, but he donated to. I don't think.
So wait, he donated to you for my seed?
Yes.
That makes zero sense. That's like me going to Walmart and asking for Target's clothes. Not that you're Walmart and I'm Target. That's not a conceited. I should have said like Burger King and McDonald's. That's like going to, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. No, that's the short answer.
No seed for Black
You may
Whiplash.
not. What are you going to do with it?
I don't. He's probably got dry skin.
Oh god.
Medically,
Yeah.
it's like beneficial on some
It
level.
is.
See, Tim,
Facials.
this is why there is no organization to what we do here. We just sit back and.
F
Listen,
organization.
God put men on this earth. Keep women's faces moisturized and their teeth clean. Dadgummit.
And QC Brew.
Oh, it's so.
Oh my
It's
god.
true. It's nature. It's nature.
True to some
It's
level.
biology. You can't deny it.
Medical facts.
It's medical cream.
It's medical science. All right, this is broken.
Yes.
So how
Did
we
you know? I just ran up one more random thought. I didn't realize this. Did you realize that if you put like a bunch of women in one spot, their periods sync up? That's
Yes.
nuts.
Oh, God.
That's like some superhero stuff right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and did you know in biblical times, I was rolling when I was reading the Bible the other day. I was just reading casually, and this one thing said that these girls, basically, if they all were dirty and they were unclean, and the guys just kicked them out of the town. They were like, "Get out,
Wow.
be gone, come back in a week." I was like, "Yes,
Wow.
let's implement this again. This is what they did back in the day.
I want
This is what
scripture.
my forefathers did."
I want scripture. I'm looking this shit up.
It's like, oh, you guys are on your period? All right, get the fuck out. You can leave. Come
Well-
back when you're done.
Listen, these
we don't
were
want to deal with your
sanitary
shit.
Days.
We got
I don't
enough
think I
bullshit
kicked a
going
woman
on.
out for that. Nah,
You
that's
wouldn't
what
kick
God
a woman
made
out?
showers for now.
Nah. I'm like, it's just, I can't, I don't know. There's nothing that I feel like I can do right when a woman is on her period. I feel like everything I do is wrong.
Tim,
It's
after
like, hey, can you give me some water? It's like you bring the water and you did something wrong.
what's
like,
today? The 26th.
Yeah, you bring it to them and they're like, "What the fuck? You didn't say you love me when you handed the water."
Oh my God, where's the ice cubes?
Where's the ice
Yeah.
cubes? After, 6 days ago, I literally hit my 16th year with the same woman. And you learn, stay far the fuck away. Just don't even engage. It's like fucking a cheetah off in the distance, just because you know they could run fast as fuck. Just stay away.
That's what I've really gathered, you know.
Well, this is turning really sexist, and I just want everybody to know that these are not the views expressed by Seabrew.
And Sergeant Morph. And
This,
Tim.
I mean,
Because I love women. I don't care what time of month it is. Come hang out with me. You'll be fine.
Brew loves women. Got it. Yeah, I always word it very carefully on my stream. How do I say it? Like, in my personal experience with my girlfriends, these are the things that I have come to a conclusion of, and this is my worldview. That's like how I word it. It's like the safest like wording ever.
Right.
So it's not sexist. It's just my opinions.
Original Energy gave us the best answer. It's like looking at the moon. It's nice to look at, but you don't ever want to go there. Oh god, dude.
Did you hear, by the way, they're like considering doing like free shuttles to the moon?
Yeah, but why?
Exactly. I'm good. Not free. I'm sorry. You like pay money and you go in a space rocket.
It just seems like a waste of money.
Well, listen. If you got more money than brains, which there's a lot of people out there, why not, right?
Why not?
Somebody was talking about they're planning on doing a trip to Mars where it's just literally a one-way trip. Like you go and live on Mars for the rest of your life.
Yep.
No thanks. I'm good.
Insane. I like it here.
I do too. And just think you go to a bar and you're there for 3 hours. 9 times out of 10, you're surrounded by at least 5 or 10 douches you can't stand. Could you imagine being in Mars stuck with like 4 other people and hating their guts and you never get to leave ever again?
Try and jump off it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we could do jump the fuck off the planet.
Jump into the solar system.
This is bullshit. I'm out.
See you guys later. I'm gonna go ride some waves in the sky.
I'm gonna go hit with some fucking solar radiation and die in about 4 minutes.
Oh man, you ever see that movie Gravity? The movie was nuts.
I haven't watched it.
I didn't watch it.
That one, Interstellar. You seen Interstellar?
I
heard that's really good. I haven't checked it out either.
I have never felt. It's like I paid the movie theater to make me feel like a moron. I was like, hey, here's $10. Can you just like make me feel inferior to everything? And I just sat there and I didn't understand a thing. And then at the end, I got up and I got my stuff and I left the theater and I'm like, I'm a fucking moron. That was the only thing I could think about. Like, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. And if you watched my Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader the other night, I'm sure you probably. Did you guys hear about that, Brew? Morph?
No.
All right, good, dude. Let's keep it that way. So, topics.
Come on, fill us in. You brought it up now.
Ah, dude, shift the topics. It's,
The trip to Mars has been confirmed as a scam. Really?
how's that a scam?
What do I know?
I feel like a scam's like, hey, this Snickers
Gain money?
bar is $12.
It's like a
You're
Kickstarter, a Kickstarter campaign. They got like millions and they're like fucking idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god. So, speaking of Sebrew and his lifestyle and how he chooses to live.
Lifestyle.
What?
Yes. All I can remember is as soon as Sebrew was talking earlier about when Sebrew says things like, "Forgive me, I'm going to speak in the world of," I'm starting to get a little tipsy, but Sebrew says earlier, when I say earlier, I mean minutes ago, that he wants girls to come to his house. Okay. The first thing that pops in my mind is that video that I sent Tim of when Sebrew was talking about him being a 34-year-old virgin, and all Tim had to say at the end of the video was very nonchalantly and calm. He says, "Sebrew, hang in there, brother." That's all I can remember. Oh, God.
Just hang in, dude.
Just hang in there, brother. You'll get there eventually.
All right, man.
Listen, you'll see the pain in my eyes when you meet me, Tim. It's a fire.
Dude, listen, I am the best wingman ever. I could get a duck banged by a woman in real life. You're like, listen, let me tell you about this duck. All right, it's got great bills, works out. I am a strong wingman. I will help you, my friend.
Sounds good because you know, well, shit. By that time, I'll be 35. Fuck my life.
It's all right, dude. That's like you're halfway to 60. All right, it's all good.
Well, tap math.
I don't know.
To be halfway to 70, actually.
Yeah. That's
Oh yeah. Gosh, dang it,
Gosh.
son of a.
We just hit him with a.
Math
Can I get
remote.
all of my Tim subs? Please give me a tap math spam in the chat, please.
Don't stop subs. Make me feel stupid all the time.
Oh, man.
30's halfway to 60. Gosh.
No, Jinxie, it's pain from having all those pervy thoughts and not being able to act out on them on a very sexual-looking broad.
All right, well, let's figure this out. Jinxie. Okay, I'm wingman right now. So Jinxie, let's talk. All right, Seabrood looks very nice. All right, he's a well-kept, long-haired man. I can tell you that as a man with long hair, other men with long hair are genuinely stronger than men with short hair. The fact that I just made up right now for this wingmanship. Okay?
Hence why I'm growing out my beard.
Yes, exactly. My next tattoo, Sergeant Morph's beard. Okay, I don't know where Jinxie lives. Anyone know where Jinxie lives?
San Diego. Close to it.
Okay, so you're gonna fly to St. Louis. All right.
St. Louis.
Well, Seaber's going to be in San Diego.
You're gonna fly. Oh yeah, you're gonna be in San Diego.
Oh, I'm sorry, San Francisco, and so is Jinx.
Perfect.
San Francisco.
So is Jinx.
Okay, so
But I'm in
Jinxie,
Phoenix.
So
See, Tim did not listen to anything I said earlier. It's fine. Go ahead.
No, I messed up with the teams again.
It's
the
fine.
teams threw me off for some
I
reason.
know.
I
It does
thought
it to everybody.
Gosh, I hate you. It's fine. I'm really helping. See, she said Tim convinced me. There, I don't even say anything else. I did it. Good job, Tim.
Let's do this. What are we exactly doing?
We have a Minnesota in Minnesota. So let me ask you this. Actually, let's move away from the sex talk because Seaber's going to freaking literally walk away in about 30 seconds.
Listen, I'll take my pants off right now. Shut Skype off.
Either of you guys have tattoos? I know.
I don't.
Yeah, dude. I have 13. Some of which are. I have a lot on my arms and I have a lot on my chest, but that's pretty much it. Well, that's actually where I was going to, is to talk about your next sleeve. I know you have mentioned it on multiple occasions. Well, where are we at with that? Because I know a lot of people would want to see what's going on with that. Because your name, naturally, we want to know.
Right,
what's the scoop?
Man. All right. Hang on, let me get one more beer. I'll explain in a
Nice.
second. Just have Seabrew sing a commercial or something.
Actually, I'm going to go get some more water while you do that. Then,
I'll be right back.
Since we're taking a water break.
Beer break, everyone. Beer break. Tim's going to get a beer. Seaber's going to get a water. So, yeah, guys, in the chat, thank you all for being here tonight. We are doing TBSE, the best talk show ever. We call it that because it's seriously conceited and have no reason to say that. But we contacted Drew. No, I'm actually not right now, brother. Sorry, man. I had a conversation with Tim yesterday. Explained to him what this is all about, and I said to him we'd be honored to have you on and just have a chat. Just have a chat. No, nothing Q&A related. Nothing. We try to not talk about Twitch and streaming and things like that. And what do you think? How do you become a good streamer on Twitch or anything like that? We want this to be more of, and I'll give you quotes. I'll give you quotes as to what I said. I said we want, obviously, his name on Twitch. Like, I don't know if he's back or not, but I said we know you're TimTheTatMan, the streamer. Okay, we want to talk to Tim on his couch, drinking a beer, watching a football game. That's what we want to talk. We want to talk about things separated from that. We want to catch up on other things. We want to catch up on life events and what's your favorite friggin' baseball team and shit like that. It brings a different side to everything we see on a daily basis. So that's why we're doing this tonight. Seaber's back. Welcome back. And Tim's back. Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, it's good to add what you were saying. It's just good to get away from that stuff. Like, we all talk about that stuff all the time,
Right.
It's the freaking weekend, baby. Let's have some fun.
Exactly. Freaking weekend.
Oh yeah, my tattoo. Yeah, I have 2 tattoos. Okay. very good one. So the Samson sleeve is the next one that I want. So I've always loved the story of Samson, just the whole concept of it. Just this guy that has so much power, and he falls so hard and like messes up so bad, but then at the end of his life is able to kind of fulfill his duty and his mission. You know, I always thought that was really cool that, you know, God granted him that strength and that hardship, you know, and always loved it. So what I decided to do was I want 2 major life events of Samson on my arm. One is him in his prime, basically, when he kills 1,000 dudes with his donkey's jawbone, and the other one is when he tears down the pillars at the end of his life, when he kills himself and kills all the enemy rulers, kind of thing. And there's going to be different stuff incorporated in that, with the whole balance of good versus evil and the concept of, you know, trying to pick good over evil. But so my artist, I went and talked to him in January of this year, January 2015, and he was booked up until late May.
Wow.
And so I already set he's a very well-known artist around my area. Yeah. And he's very highly sought, obviously. It's kind of a good problem to have if your artist is pretty booked. That means, you know, he's got a lot of work.
That way you don't go in for a tramp stamp and come out with like fucking pixies on your back or something.
Exactly. So I'm booked though. I booked it in January, and my appointment is 20 days. I'm gonna start. So pretty soon. I'm pumped.
Are they going to be breaking it down into sessions, or going to be a one sit down, or?
Oh, sessions for sure. I can't one sit through that whole thing. That I'd blow my head off. It's funny because most of my tattoo sessions have been. If any of you guys have tattoos in the chat, I'm sure you understand. But like usually, we'll kind of sit down for, you know, a couple hours. My chest, for example, my chest piece was, 3 sessions, 2 hours each. So 6 hours in total.
Wow.
So pretty honestly pretty quick compared to my other sleeve. But this guy likes working differently than my other tattoo artists, so I'm gonna have to kind of figure out how I'm gonna deal with this. But he likes working like in 5 to 6 hour sessions.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be in the chair for quite some time, and it's on. So basically, it's on like if I'm bitter those nights, you guys may know why. I'm just kind of sitting there, just like, yeah, whatever, dude, fine. Like if I'm just.
Him's gonna be like, fucking drop the fucking sub, god damn it. No, I don't. I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't say that.
I would say GD, but yeah,
no, yeah,
I'm very excited, but yeah, it's not just 6 hours of just straight tattooing because he's gonna freehand this. He's a realism black and white tattooer, and he is an excellent drawer. And an artist, I should say. And so basically, I'm going to show him what Samson looks like. Obviously, if you've seen the story at all, at the start of his life, he had the long hair. At the end of his life, his hair was gone and he was blinded. So it's 2 very opposite looking guys. But he's basically going to freehand the whole thing and then tattoo it. So he's just going to like, so almost, I'm hoping like half of it is going to be drawing and half of it's going to be tattooing. I'm hoping, because the longest I've personally ever sat in a chair was 4 hours. And at the end of 4 hours, dude, I was
ready to rip your hair out. Probably.
I was tapping out. He was literally just touching my skin, and my arm was like involuntarily moving. My arm was just like, hey, Tim, there's a fucking needle. Tim, there's a needle. Like I couldn't control it anymore. It was nuts.
Yeah, your body literally goes into like nerve overload. From what I understand, it's just everything is just twitching on you, and it's super sensitive. And I don't know how the freak people do. I mean, I have to. My thing is like if you want tattoos, it's all good, but I ain't messing with it. I have to deal with needles every day of my life, so I'm good on that forefront.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I like it because it can kind of express my faith. That's a very concrete way for me to express my faith, and I enjoy that.
Right. Yep.
It's not something I can like back down on, you know. It's just kind of like it's there. So, and all my none of my tattoos are in your face about like, hey, I love Jesus, but they're all just kind of this, you know, obviously about. They're very important to me, but it's I'm very excited for the tattoo, and I want to stream it, but I don't think I can for a couple reasons. I'm kind of scared to stream it. Obviously, for like TOS sake of Twitch, I'm not 100% sure what they think about that.
If that is something you're considering, not necessarily. I say if that's something that you want to share with your viewership, you could GoPro portions of it and throw it on YouTube. So at least I'm not
Right.
saying, by all means, there are other means that you can, there are other avenues you could go down. Obviously, so you don't involve Twitch in it as far as TOS is concerned.
Right,
But
exactly. That's
there
kind
are,
of what I thought of doing, is just doing
like,
YouTube clips of it.
you
But
could,
at the same time, I'm scared to do that, though. It's mainly because of my artist. I don't want him to feel. You don't want your artist to feel uncomfortable. You want
Right.
him to be as comfortable as he can. If I'm just sitting there recording him tattooing my arm, I don't know how he would feel about that. To basically,
right.
I don't know. And even like if I was streaming that, and like hypothetically, I don't know how many people would watch that, but like 3,000-4,000 of my Tatman army just like, hey, you messed up, like in my chat trolls. And I don't know. So I kind of want him to be as comfortable as he can, and obviously me to be as comfortable as he can. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well,
yet,
I would
but
think that the positive about that would be if he, let's say he's just like, whatever, like don't even, just say, hey, it's going to be a camera. I'm going to be talking to people. And if he's down, you know what, it might, if he's wanting to bang out 6 hours on you, that might help you make it through because you'll actually be able to focus on something else,
Right.
So that would be one positive.
It definitely, yeah, that's true. Definitely, it's funny when I talk to people about tattoos because some people are like, yeah, tattoos don't hurt. And they show me what they have, and I never cast judgment, but
Right.
Here's what I've come to the conclusion of. I think people get tattoos that are like an hour long,
Right.
and they're like, yeah, they don't hurt, and I'm right there with you. Yeah, that doesn't hurt after an hour. That's fine. I could probably sit through a solid 2 hours of it, 3 hours maybe. But when I was coming up on that fourth and a half hour, dude, I was cringing. I was just gritting my teeth and just like, why? I literally was thinking while he was tattooing me, why am I doing this? I was like, this is, and here I am getting my next sleeve done in 20 days.
It's kind of like, pain is one of those things when it's happening, it's telling you not to do it again, but it's, it's also forgotten too. I mean, just look at women with childbirth, they go through it once. They're like, that was horrible. And then they get knocked up 2, 3, 4 more times and keep knocking them out. So pain is just one of those weird human conditions. Unless you have to deal with it day in and day out, if you can get away from it for a month, a year, 2 years, I'll probably do that again. And then you regret it again, but you make it through.
There's some people that like enjoy the pain. I'm like,
yeah, you know what it is? That exactly what you just said is exactly what I was about to go into. Is there are I've sat for 3 and 4 hours on some of them, some of my chest-related stuff. There are people that will say, I'm so addicted to getting tattoos because within 10 to 15 minutes, my endorphins kick in and then it starts to feel good. Try that after 3 to 4 hours. Your endorphins, your body is like, all right, well, fuck this. You know what I'm saying?
Out of endorphins.
Yeah, you've run out of endorphins at that point. Like the people who love getting tattoos and they say that they thrive on the pain or they use the pain for an alternate mean. I think that they don't sit for longer than a few hours because, anyone who's done it will tell you that obviously you're not going, nobody's going to a tattoo for the pain. You're going for the end result.
Right.
Exactly. If you're a masochist, then that's one thing, but
I'll never forget, dude. One of my first tattoos. This girl was there. And she was like, so I want my whole arm done today. Don't worry about it. I can take the pain. I've done pregnancy.
45 minutes.
This will be easy. She tapped out in an hour and a half. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, you're going to tell me you sat through pregnancy, but an hour and a half of tattooing is too much for you? Okay, lady. But so many people think that, I don't know, they just sit for this little bit and they think tattoos don't hurt. And I'm just kind of like, yeah. I just nod my head at him. I'm like, yeah, totally. I agree with you to an extent. That doesn't hurt.
What's the biggest tat you got? Do you have a big piece or do you just have the flower on your ankle and shit like that?
No, I have a finished tribal chest piece. A chest plate that goes across. It goes from my shoulders down into my sternum. And
oh, wow.
I don't care what anyone says. Just the outlining took me a few hours. Like, sternum tattoos are, like Tim always says all the time, okay? Certain parts are going to hurt. Like, if your elbow hurts you, but it doesn't hurt the next person. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who you are. Sternum fucking hurts. Okay? Sternum tattoos are not fun. Your body vibrates.
The sternum's like collarbone area, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm talking about chest plate too, like middle of, like in between your chest.
Yeah, dude. Middle of my chest was nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, some people will say, "Oh well, I got a forearm tattoo and I didn't feel anything. It felt great," and I can attest to that. In that, one time I fell asleep during a 2-hour fucking forearm tattoo. Because I was just relaxed. It was one of those situations. I literally fell asleep for about 45 minutes during a portion of a tattoo. Okay, but let's be honest. Forearm is skin and muscle.
Yeah.
When you're tattooing a chest plate, and Tim knows this, you don't sleep. Your body is shaking, and you're trying to hold that back, and you're tensing up because the shit doesn't feel good. You're not there for the pain. You're not there to enjoy the pain. You're there for the end result.
Yeah, my chest piece, and it's funny you mentioned that too, because especially some of you guys, some people know the different styles of tattooing. I have realism on my arm. My next arm's going to be realism. My chest was classic traditional. And what this means basically is the lines are a lot thicker and harder.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I would have gotten a realistic piece on my chest, there'd be more shading,
Right.
more easier feeling. I got a classic traditional tattoo on my chest, and he was ripping me, dude.
Digging.
Like, it was
They dig.
It was just back and forth. I was
They'll
like,
stay
oh
in
my
the
God,
same
stop.
spot for 5 minutes, inserting that color in the same little 1/4-inch sector. You know,
The middle of my chest was nuts too, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what the frick? And around my elbows. My elbow sucks. I'm gonna loathe my elbow for my next piece, but my nipples, around my nipple. I'm not even playing. Around my nipple was so sensitive, it was insane. I don't know what was going on.
You know what he just did right there? Did you hear the audio change in Tim's voice? What happened was he says my nipple, and then the audio kind of went away for a second. That means he literally looked down at it.
I did. I looked at my nipple.
I know you
dude.
did. I
Like,
know.
It's on my nipple. One of the claws is on one of my nipples, and it was on it, and I was like, what the frick? It was like fire. It felt like a fire stick. It was like poking me, which essentially
Damn.
happened.
F that. I never
call it-
understood like how people go through the pain of getting their nips pierced too. By the way, like,
Yeah,
holy
I don't know
tits.
how they would do that.
Literally,
man.
holy
F
tits.
That. F that.
I can say that I have multiple piercings, none of which you can see. I'm being serious. I have my
Morphe
nipple.
fucking center.
I have
Gotcha.
my
Your wiener pierced?
no. I plead the fifth. No, I have my nipples
What
pierced,
the fuck
and
over?
I do have piercings. And when I tell you tongue piercings, people dread it. Tongue piercing does not hurt at all. And you say to yourself, how the fuck is that possible? Tongue, there's no skin, because obviously the largest organ on your body is your skin. There's no skin around your tongue. The tongue is an entirety of a muscle. It goes through muscle, and that's it. It's a little pinch, but it's akin to getting an ear piercing. It's actually less pain than getting one of those snap ear piercing things. You know, nipples hurt like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that for a fact. I can speak from experience. But yeah, tongue piercings don't hurt at all. Well, it didn't hurt me, you know, but I'm just saying. When in my younger days, I've had piercings.
More if you're not one of them fucking closet freaks that like gets their shit pierced and you don't hang yourself by your nips in your bedroom at night, do you?
Fucking Sebrew. No, dude, no. Stop laughing at me. Oh my god. I'm drinking more beer.
Not laughing at you. I'm laughing with Sebrew.
Laughing with Sebrew.
Morse probably got like those hooks in his bag and he just hangs around like, yeah.
It just hangs around.
Look
Fuck
at
it.
me.
What's the term for that? There's a term
I have
for it.
no idea. There is, you're right, and I can't even think of it. Somebody in chat might know it.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That is just weird having, literally giant fish hooks going through your bag and you just swing around like, hey, look at me, I'm Spider-Man.
I actually considered getting my ears gauged when I was younger.
It's called suspension.
Suspension?
Yes.
Got it.
Actually,
My buddy, the only reason I didn't, thank God this happened. The only reason I didn't get my ears gauged, I wasn't gonna get like big hoops, like you could throw popcorn through or something like that.
yeah.
But I would actually try and throw popcorn through my buddy's rings because they were so big.
Wow.
they were super stretched, and his ear popped, like the bottom of his ear exploded. I was like, never will I ever do that, and thank God that happened because I didn't get it.
You don't have your ears pierced, do you?
No, and you know what's funny?
You're just gonna go straight into gauging, huh?
I was just gonna do gauges. It's funny too because my dad, my pop always told me, he was like, Tim, if you get a piercing, I'm gonna rip it out. If you get a tattoo, I'm gonna flail your skin. My dad told me when I was younger, and he, first tattoo I ever got was with him. Ironic. Yeah. And the I don't know, I think the majority of people know this, but the one that wraps around my arm, the crown of thorns that's around the cross on my arm, that's the very first tattoo I ever got, and it's with my dad. So my dad has that on the opposite arm. So I have mine on my right, my dad has this on his left.
So you guys have the same tattoo?
Same tattoo, right. So he has that on him, and I got that on me. But then I kind of...
It's amazing how age changes things.
Yeah, that was back when I was 13. He said he would flail my skin and rip my ear off. But then he got a tattoo with me. And he actually wanted more, but he stopped. My stepmom was like, don't do it. So.
Yeah, it's funny how our parents, especially mine anyway, were hard as fuck growing up, and now it's just like total opposite, you know?
Yeah, they're like, you can make your own choices now. You can figure it out.
Well, you gotta figure too. It's like it's a lot of stress raising a kid and stuff. So their ideas kind of change once you grow up. And
oh sure, yeah. And I was a dick too. My dad.
Were at some time.
My dad said when I was growing up, I was like Satan. I would just, here's the funny thing. I was super bad, like ages 8 to 12. Like at that time, I was a little dick. But when I hit 14, like 13, 14, and I got more mature, I like kind of leveled out.
Right.
I got more chill, and I don't know. I guess I matured kind of quickly. I mean, I'm not mature at all right now, but you know, I evened out as far as my behavior goes. Like my dad would be like, "Yo, don't touch that," and I wouldn't touch it. You know. As opposed to if I was younger, I would touch the freaking crap out of whatever he told me not to touch.
Yep, I think we all kind of went through some sort of a version of a stage like that somewhere down the line.
Yeah, the parents topic. Hashtag, let's not go there.
Next subject, Morphe, what you got? If you don't want to touch it.
No, man, I'm in all honesty, I'm glad that I didn't want this to be about Twitch. I didn't want this to be about streaming. You know,
well, you know how I felt about it.
Right. We talked about it. I don't want... Monday through Friday, it's game on. You see what I'm saying? Like, Saturday is... Excuse me. Let's get fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Like... I'm just glad that we were able to get this done. And I want to thank you, Tim, for giving us insight into, like, there's a lot of people here that in the chat right now, because I went from 50 to 80. There's a lot of people here that know who you are. I didn't tweet it out. Sieber didn't tweet it out, but I'm sure other people did. So a few more people came in. A lot of people... I don't mean to speak out of turn or speak for anyone else, but I'm sure there are a lot of people in here that greatly appreciate the fact that you're giving us insight into some of your mindsets and some of your thought processes that not necessarily because you don't want to talk about it or because I think it's more because you're unable to talk about it because your schedule allows for I'm playing a video game, I'm interacting with my chat, I'm recognizing subs and donations and everything like that. So you're dealing with, and every streamer is dealing with a different set of interactions. You see what I'm saying? On a streaming daily basis.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not Sergeant Morph. You're not TimTheTatMan. You see what I'm saying? I don't mean to get like all. You know what I'm saying? We're able to just sit down and fucking talk about real life shit like that you would never get a chance to talk about because if I were to sit here and talk about my personal life for 30 minutes to an hour, not many people want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just very grateful that we were able to sit and talk about real life shit outside of our normal stream lives, you know.
Yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't want to talk about my real life on my own stream.
Right. It's just you don't have time.
Time to. Right.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just crazy. You know? And the stream's been growing a lot lately too.
Yeah.
I'm the same person on and off stream. Like I've always kind of been. Like I am as stupid as I am in real life. I am as quirky as I am in real life. Most people that meet me are pretty surprised by that. Which is shocking to me. They're surprised. But hey, it's ham time. Donated so much money to me this morning.
Ham time is amazing.
Did freaking $120 this morning. You're nuts, homie. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just kind of like when I meet people in real life, they're like, dude, you're like the same on stream or same in real life. I'm like, yeah.
Your boy Dreads is here too.
Dreads is here. Oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
Party Drew's here. I've been noticing.
Ogre Paw's
here.
here.
It's cool. It's cool that people are showing up and chilling, and yeah, I appreciate it. I consider tweeting it out, but I don't know. I don't want to bring trolley trolls or something.
Right. I kind of didn't want to because when you came in, we had 40, 50. That's been my normal. Okay, that's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't want to because partially, well, let's 50-50 it. Partially, I wanted to make it like a special thing for the people who are loyal to our communities that are here every day. You know, special for them, you know. And I'll make the VOD. People can go back and watch it later, you know. But sure, more people showed up after the fact, you know. I'm sure other people have tweeted it out, but a lot of the people that have come in the past 30 minutes are all people who appreciate what you do and what we all do, you know. I feel like we're all right now on a normal people level. We can put... We all get so wrapped up around numbers. We can put all that aside for 30 seconds and do other things.
Yeah, I always try to be as, I don't know, quote unquote normal as I can on stream. It's just nuts. And my chat moves so fast now. Back in the day, my chat used to be like this, and I can like read everything and basically do what I'm doing now. And I miss that on some level. You know, the reality is, even though I miss that, I'm very, very blessed with where my channel is now. You know,
right.
So, I wouldn't want to go back to this. I enjoyed this though. You know, this being able to get to talk to the chat as much as I did, but it kind of like it changed. But I'm still the same dude that, you know, talks to people off stream, messages people off stream. It's still the same. I'm the same, and that's a lot of people have kind of stuck with me through the, you know, back when I had 40, 50 viewers.
How long ago was that?
I was thinking about that the other day. I was literally I was in my head. I was like, okay, let me think. And I think it was like, okay, I started streaming really religiously, quote unquote, when I got back from New York. When I got back from Chicago, and that was the year, I think it was, we're in 2015 right now.
Yeah.
Right. It had to have been 2013, early 2013.
Well,
early,
I can,
like January.
To help with your memory, I can tell you I came to Twitch in November, and you were one of the first people I followed, and I specifically remember every night when you would come on, you were pulling anywhere from 400 to 700 people, and that would be November of 2013. Yeah.
2013.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you were like,
it was early 2013. So January. Okay. Yeah. Because it was 2012. Yes, that all makes sense. Because 2012 was when I built my computer. Was like watching Soda Pop, and I was like, "This is kind of cool." I kind of like Twitch. Maybe I'll give it a shot. And it was 2013 that I was like, "Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's set up a regular." Because like it was back in 2012, I was like dabbling. In early 2013, I really started doing it. I would say up until it was summertime when I first started hitting 100 subs or 100 viewers.
Yeah.
Because I used to be in my other room. Some people don't even know that. I used to be in my bedroom instead of my living room. Back when I originally started in January. Because so it was January, February. I would say I streamed for about 7-8 months before I was hitting around even 100 viewers. And then it was probably like June, July, August. August, I started getting some recognition, I would say, as far as 100 plus. And then it kind of started to snowball a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's snowballed into this massive.
Well, like I said, I can remember watching you because you were one of the very first people I watched. So it's easy to remember for me personally. You know, end of November, like I said, 400 to 700. By the time, you know, in the second week of December, it was 700 plus. And probably by the end of the year, you're already at that. Like, it was just going fast. Like,
yeah.
Right after I started watching you, it you know, it just 1,000 plus a night after that, pretty much.
I don't know. Yeah, I wish I could. People ask me what changed. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't. I think I've always had this kind of chill personality, and well, chill to an extent. I yell a lot, and I get angry, and I apparently I'm funny, evidently. But you know, I started streaming because I wanted to talk to people, and I'm still doing that, and I'm happy about that. You know, the first time I applied for my partnership 3 times, they denied me.
Really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was back when Twitch, you needed at least like 500 viewers at the time to get partnered. And I remember sweating bullets trying to get 500 viewers, bro. I remember like, oh, please, God, let's get 500 viewers tonight. And finally, I got a sub button October 2013, and then
Halloween,
I was full time. Halloween, yep. And then it was full time a couple months later. It's crazy. And now it's just snowballed into this massive community, which is awesome, and which is crazy and awesome. But it's pretty humbling. But yeah, I remember these days, you know, of 80 viewers, and it was good. I really enjoyed the 80 viewers, and I enjoy the thousands of viewers I get now. You know, it's kind of a win-win, but you know.
Yeah, it definitely has its pros and cons. The pros of being a smaller stream is you get to know a lot of your viewers, especially everybody that comes in every day. You pretty much know where they're about, where they live, what their work schedule is, if they're going to be in that day. You know,
I still remember this girl named Brandy from Canada. She was one of my first 5 viewers. I still remember her. I don't know what she's up to now because she kind of fell off. Last I heard, she was moving out of her boyfriend's house. That's the last thing I heard from her. And I haven't heard from her yet, so I don't know what happened. But I still remember talking to her. Jay Skrill. I don't know if any of you guys have seen him in the chat. Jay Skrill. He's one of my mods. He never subs for the most part. Rightfully so. Because he was literally my first viewer. Literally. He was the first guy to ever come into my channel. And I was like, whoa, what's up? And he was like, hey, man. And him and I just kind of started talking. And so Jay Skrill pops. Jay Skrill's still around. Jay Skrill pop in every once in a while. I kind of just say hello. But the channel is definitely, it's been blowing up. It's cool.
Yeah, how big of a mindfuck is that? I mean, I don't know how far you guys want to. We are starting to talk about Twitch stuff now.
I'm okay. I just want you guys to know I'm personally okay with it. I don't want you to think that because of me we can't talk about it. I'm whatever.
Dude, we're at your disposal, man. If you're whatever you're cool with, dude.
I'm fine. Yeah, go ahead, Bert. Whatever.
I just want to touch on one last thing real quick, and then I'm over it unless Morph has something to say. But how big of a mindfuck is that? Like, even I'm a small streamer still right now, but it's still a bit of a mindfuck to me. Like, that first day when you get your first person to come in, it's like, holy shit, somebody's actually watching me. Like, now it's, you know, it's real. And you go from that to whatever, you know, whatever size of a streamer you are, you go from that to what you have now. And boy, it's just an amazing kind of a bit of a journey there.
It's crazy.
No matter where you're at on Twitch.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I think you put it all into relativity. You see, like, I started streaming about 9 months ago. I freaked the fuck out when I had 5. Then I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Let's get ourselves to 10. Our community grows. Okay, now I'm just dabbling into the 40s and 50s. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, I think it's all relativity. Tim will go some days 3,000, some days 8,000. You know, I think, I'm not speaking for Tim at all, but I think it's all a matter of relativity. You go and you will adapt to the situation at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, like, I remember my first ever viewer. I know him by name, and I'll always remember him by name, you know, but I have to put it on relativity. Everyone says, oh my God, dude, you have 30 people in here. I wish I can't even get 2 people on my channel. you have to put it on relativity. You have to be cognizant of the fact that every situation is going to be different, you know, and every situation you're in, you're going to have to adapt to that situation. You know, I'm sure Tim has figured out a way to adapt to the fact that thousands of people, I'm not saying 8,000 people are chatting at the same time, because that would be literally nuts to butts, but having that many, you have over 6,000, 5,000, what is it, 6,000 subs now plus? You know,
6,000.
90% of the time you have more subs than people in your channel. So you have to boil that down to relativity, you know, and you put into your stream your energy based on what you have at the time. You know, I'm grateful for my 40 average, you know. Somebody else is grateful for his 10 average. Tim is grateful for his 3, 4, 5,000 average, whatever it is. You know, you have to adapt to each situation, and obviously be grateful for it, but definitely go forward in. I'm losing what I'm saying, but you kind of understand.
Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying. Back when I first hit 20 viewers, I almost lost my mind. I almost lost my mind. I went to how 20 people are watching me, and BBG would like raid me, and I would spike to like 500 viewers. I was like, what the frick? I would lose my mind. I don't know what to do. And now, and I still think to this moment that consistency is key. That's what I always preach.
Right.
And that's why I always hate missing streams. I hate them. I hate when I have to miss a stream. I can't. That's why I'm always streaming when I'm on the road, or at least trying to, because I want to be there.
30 minutes in a hotel room like you do it lets your people know that you're still there. You don't plan on leaving.
Yep, exactly. And I still think it's all just like it's all in percentages. Honestly, I feel there are moments where I'll have 12,000 viewers. I think the highest point I was at ever, 12K. And then there's moments where I'll have 2,000. Okay, that's like literally 10,000 people difference. So you ask yourself, okay, well, what's the difference here? I think it's a percentage. Like sometimes, I don't know, more if you may have 40. Sometimes you may have 5.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same scale, just bigger, because it's just bigger for me. That's all.
Exactly.
I think I think people think that the mind F kind of goes away, for lack of a better term, the mind F of the viewer count. And to an extent it does. My viewer count, I do my best just to whatever. I really do. At this point, I'm just kind of like, I did that back when I had like 500-600. I was like, dude, for the viewer count, I'm just going to try and have fun. That's my bottom line. Yeah. I just want to laugh. I want to have fun and or do well in a game kind of thing. And but like even to this day, I still have a mind F of that. Like 10,000 people were watching, 10,000 more people were watching me. What was I doing differently that I could be doing kind of thing? You know, you always want to see. I always tell people you always want to see progress in anything you do. You don't want to see regression. So it's Twitch is a mind F and a half if you're trying to be a streamer, but it's worth it. It's worth it if you can have a tough enough mind to get through it.
I just looked on Social Blade just for numbers' sake. Okay, I know some people tend to get wrapped around numbers, but I'm rooting for you in one sense, and this might sound weird. I don't know if you know this, you may not. You're ranked 65th all time on Twitch. Okay?
That's a mind F. That's crazy.
On Twitch, okay? Let's think of the millions of users. All I want for you, Tim, is for you to surpass Caseytron. That's all that's all I want.
How many follows does she have?
She's at 327, you're at 323. That's all I want. I just want you to say you beat Caseytron, because she is the literal worst, in my opinion. It just goes against everything a lot of people believe in. I'm not going to get into a whole fucking diatribe about fucking the certain amount of female streamers. We're not going to do that. But I'm just rooting for you to hope that you catch up and surpass Caseytron. I'm just
It's fun. I got nothing negative to say about her. She is brilliant. 100%.
Oh no, she knows how to work the game. Absolutely. You know,
but it is a mind f to know I'm like 65th on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm not. The community is. I always try and focus on that. Like, it's not me. It's not what I'm doing. It's the community that's supporting. You know.
The Tim likes Casey trying.
All right, it's 1 o'clock. I should get to bed. I gotta wake up pretty early. About that time, I think.
It's all on you, brother.
Yeah, I should probably head out, boys.
No, it was a good time. It was
Yeah,
good
it was
to
definitely a
just
good time.
Chill out, hang out with our wang out. You know what I mean? Do
Tim,
our thing.
On behalf of, I would like to stop and speak for the entirety of the Tatman Army and thank you for everything that you do for Twitch as a whole and your community. Hashtag Tatman Army. Thank you for coming in here. I know that you like to, and like most streamers, like to use your time off from streaming to do Tim things instead of Tim the Tatman things. So we appreciate you taking the time to actually come in here and get yourself back on Twitch in a time frame where you normally wouldn't.
Yeah, sure.
Much thanks and super love on that end, brother.
Yeah, sure, man. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
Definitely.
You know, Tim, you know, I don't really want to repeat myself, but I've said enough and you've heard it.
Right.
You know how I feel about your brother.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get into all that shit again. But
I appreciate you guys, both of you, Morphin, Brew, and everyone in the chat. And
Thank you.
without you guys, man, I mean, there's no community, so I appreciate what you guys do for me. So thank you. Right.
And just to repeat one little thing, since we do have quite a few people in here from both our streams and actually just all three of ours, actually, because of Tim, actually. You know, that's why we share your community as well. So just to reiterate what I said when I was getting interviewed, what Tim does and has always done since I've been watching him since November of 2013, the rating that he continues to do for the small streamer and is just phenomenal. It really is. And you know, I can only thank you, brother, because you know, it's actually and then I'll let you go. It's actually just fucking crazy to me that you rated me on day 4 of streaming from a freaking Xbox One. Like, how many, you know, especially nowadays, you get, like, especially last Christmas, you had all these 12s like, well, I'm going to be streaming, Seaber. You got to come check me out. I got my Xbox One now. I'm going to be streaming. You know, I could have been one of those dudes just like, oh, I'm going to get on and stream. Like, you didn't know if I was taking it serious or not.
Yeah.
You didn't know I'd still be streaming April of 2015, you know, and you gave me that chance, and that's why you'll always have love in my heart, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
And I'll leave it at that.
My pleasure, bro. Yeah, I remember being back then and wishing I had a raid and never, you know, I never asked for one. I never would have been like, hey, rate me. But I always, you know, I always kind of wish. That's why I always try and help out people when I can.
Yeah, it's very good. And like I said, it just shows, like you've said, you stayed true to yourself and nothing has changed. So being from those 700 people to now 65th on Twitch, and you're still pulling the same gangster shit. So thank you, brother.
Hell yeah.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure, boys. All right.
All right, Tim.
We'll see you at
All right,
TwitchCon.
See you at TwitchCon, brother. Have a great one. Thank you so much for coming in.
Sure thing, bros. Later, chat.
Later,
Boys,
later.
Take it easy. Sleep well. All right. Peace out.
Peace.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, I'm going to bounce out of this thing and go back to Skype.
Okay, dude.
Disconnected.
Seaber, we're back on Skype, right?
We are.
Well, that was absolutely amazing. I'm very glad. And this is only episode 2. Episode 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of fucking best talk show ever is going to be complete shite because I don't know how to top that. Oh, wow, dude. That was amazing. That really was. It was amazing that we got to delve into the mindset of Tim the Tatman. You know, Tim the human. You know,